Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Madden 17 rebuilding the Atlanta Falcons. And first off, I want to say, if you can think of a name for the series that's better than just building the Atlanta Falcons, let me know down in the comments, because I can't think of anything at the moment, and I know there's a great name out there just waiting to be discovered. So if you can think of it, do let me know, and I'll give you entire credit for it. But this is the team we have to start with. If you did miss last episode, we did get a few players in from the Falcons early on into the free agent team. We're going to get a few more now. Going to get the bronzes out of the way, but we will be moving into some bigger players soon, because at the start of the game, as I'm sure you guys know, your three top players pop up. I want them to be Falcons players quite early on. So what I'm thinking is I might get a few higher rated players into the team, and then I'll go back down to the lower rateds, and we'll alternate it, so it won't constantly be we have a terrible team. We'll have good players in some places and bad in some others, and we'll slowly work our way up to having the best team overall. But we have Van Dijk here, who is very, very fast. He's not that good at anything else, but he definitely is quick. So if I put him in sort of a deep zone, he will get there in time, right, and he won't get burnt, which is a huge worry for me in this series. It's just the higher rated receivers are very, very fast, way faster than most bronzes. So getting burnt deep, if people just do a play action and send someone deep, they're free 90% of the time. And for me, there's nothing I can do to counter that unless I don't play press whatsoever, and I give them so much room, which gives them easy slant routes. So it is quite hard when you have a bronze team to actually counteract people who have very high rated teams, which is what you will see is a theme in some games coming up. But this is the team now. We have pretty much every bronze player in the team now. I think there's one more to put in. I'll put him in soon. He's just not on the auction block at the moment, so I actually can't put him in. There's no way I can find him. But for now, the team's looking pretty decent. Well, admittedly, it's not looking decent. It's still looking absolutely terrible, but we have got a lot more Falcons players in there. So we're actually becoming a Falcons team now. But this and it's pronounced Mbu guy, he might be one of the worst D linemen in the game. 59 speed and terrible block shed. So he's probably one of the slowest people in the game, and he actually has awful block shed just to go with that. But the other players who I've added in do look fairly decent. So, I'm looking forward to using this team in the games coming up. But if you guys are enjoying this series, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We're getting nearer to 3,000 subscribers. I do want to hit 3,000 in the near future, but that's just a target I want to hit at some point, 3,000. So if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. But this is the Falcons players we have and don't have. Obviously, the crossed out guys are the guys we've already put in the team. As we go through the series, this will build up quite rapidly, to be honest. If we get 4 or 5 players per episode, if you count it out, I think there's about 40, 50 players. So it shouldn't take too many episodes to get every single player in. Actually, there's way more than 40 or 50 there. That is absolutely terrible counting. I'm not exactly sure how many there are, but I think I'm aiming to do this around 20 to 30 episodes, and then we'll move on to another team. So if you're not a Falcons fan, do stick with the series, because it will be a good series to go through. And people that comment more often during the series than not, they're the guys that will get to pick the next team. So if you want your team to be the one team series next, just comment on the series, get involved, because that's the way to do it. But these are the players who we can get. If you do want me to get a specific player, I do have one in mind. If you do want me to get a specific player, though, do let me know down in the comments, and I'll get them in reasonably soon. But for now, we will jump into either one or 2 games, but we'll get a few games in this episode. So the main thing that I'm actually wondering when I play these games is when my opponents see those first 3 guys pop up, what are they thinking? Because they have Brian Dawkins, Paradis, and I'm not sure who the third guy was there. But they have very, very good teams, and I'm literally relying on my user-in skills at the moment. As you can see, nice little user cover there. Unfortunately, I'm just way too slow. My silver players are so slow. And next episode, I'm thinking of upgrading the linebackers just to get some quicker linebackers in. Because at the moment, there is literally nothing I can do in certain plays. I mean, that route there, I was with him to start with, but he just ran out of stamina and speed, and there was absolutely no way I was going to cover him. I didn't cover that well, that one, admittedly, but, I'm just saying certain things are very difficult to do with this team. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to keep everyone in zone coverage. I'll happily give up 3 because I know I can score a touchdown. And that is Van Dijk there getting a very, very nice interception. Just sitting in a zone, doing absolutely nothing. And with his 91 speed, he is going to take it to the house. So that gives us 7-0 lead against this guy, which I was absolutely buzzing about, considering the team he has. And he just couldn't hack it. And he ended up quitting on his first drive after a pick 6. So that's another win for the Falcons, boys. And then moving into the second game, once again, popping up with our free agent team of silvers and bronzes, coming up against a very high-rated elite team yet again. Pretty sure it was high 90s, this one. And when he has Aaron Rodgers in there, that's something I'm very worried about, because he can roll out, throw on the run, he can do absolutely anything in this game. And if someone's going to throw on the run and roll out a lot, there's not a lot I can do to stop them with this team, just due to speed. I mean, speed is a huge factor in this game. But we find a nice open man here. He actually ran the route terribly. He should have cut way earlier, but luckily Renfrey finds him. And he's turning out to be a very decent quarterback, to be fair, on the whole. He's not making many bad throws, considering he's a bronze, and I think he might be he is one of the worst rated quarterbacks in the game. But my opponent here forces me to 3rd and 10. I see the running backs open. I know he'll get us at least 7 yards. So he does pick us up 7 there. Oh, actually, he picks up 6. So 4th and 4. And I know one of the crossing routes will be able to get me 4 yards if I can pull it off. He's going to press my guys, but luckily they drop back. I think he was in cover 3 there, so he dropped back too far, to be honest. He gave up those yards for me, and I'm just continuing my drive. Fortunately, I catch him in a nice defence there. I think he's in cover 3 or 3-man deep. 3-man deep. So I know he's only got 3 linemen, and everyone else is going to sit on a man or sit deep, and that'll give me at least one crossing route open or give me the running back open. So what I'm going to do here is I'm calling hurry up continuously, and he's staying in this defence. So if I run up the middle here with a fullback, I know I'm going to get at least enough blocks, and that'll give me considerable yardage. It does, and we go in 4-7. And that's one thing I'm kind of liking about this team, is people underestimate it massively. But this guy, sometimes, you know, I was saying he was underestimating it, but the players he had, there was just so little I could do. I mean, I'm using in the middle of the field reasonably well. I'm using routes quite well, and you know, I'm forcing him to 3rd and long, fairly, you know, reasonable amount of times. But just plays like that, I thought I had that covered, but it's just bad usering from me. So I can only blame myself in certain plays here. I know a lot of people don't like people just lurking over the middle, so I'm trying not to just lurk over the middle. We'll get a very nice user lurk, though, as I'm saying that there. Very nice pick. I think that was Babin again, who is turning out to be an absolute MVP. And once again, he's coming up in 3-man deep. So I'm just going to keep calling hurry up. And I know the exact place that will beat this. I can just run up the middle. He'll have no one there, considering I think he's using the lineman every play. Or I can run slants. And slants, one or potentially both of my receivers from the outside will be open. And I'm just going to try and get into field goal range, to be honest. If I can get a 2-possession lead on this guy, I have a feeling that I'll be able to win. And we're getting some nice blocks there, the lineman. I think that is our bronze lineman there. You know, darting his way up the field and making a very nice block for us and getting us extra yardage. So we're up to the 44, our own 44. And once again, slants are going to come up. But unfortunately, I don't throw quick enough. And once he got me to 2nd and 20, there was no way I was going to get that 20 yards. He was playing, the way he was playing was he was relying on getting 1 sack, and then he wouldn't give up big yardage. So I could have run up the middle, but I didn't think I'd pick up 20 yards. I tried for the big plays. Didn't work. We turned the ball over, and he is going to go back to offense here. I've got the QB spy on my guy. He wasn't rolling out too often. I was just doing that so I didn't give up any zones or any easy zones that would be my zones. And we force him to a field goal at the end of the first. I'll take that. I'll take a 7-3 lead into the half, to be fair. And he does get ball, but I know I can stop him on defence, because I've already done it once with a nice user pick. And we nearly get a nice user there. For some reason, my guy swatted it. That should have been a user, and that probably would have been game over, because I could have run down the clock a fair bit. Probably got a touchdown. Maybe got a field goal, and that would have made it. He had to get a touchdown to win the game there, or even tie the game. But as you can see, he's got quite a few routes open on this play. I'm not exactly sure what play I picked there, but it definitely was the wrong one, considering the plays he was doing. On third down, he tended to run it a hell of a lot of the time, so I'm going to send a heavy blitz here. As you can see, I brought the safety up. He knows I'm going to blitz. He runs to that side, and he just bounces off my safety like he's not even there, and he spins into the end zone. He's getting a little bit cocky there with a little high step into the end zone, but he misses the extra point, which could come in very vital. So we get a nice little juke to the outside there. I want to get in field goal range and then run down the clock. That was my aim. So when we're in field goal range here, all I have to do, we're on 2nd and 6, run down the clock just that little bit, make sure we don't fumble, and as you can see, I've pretty much successfully run down the clock to the 2-minute warning. Running back wide open here. I was just trying to keep inbounds at minimum, and then we can run down the clock. We give them a minute to score, so it's definitely enough. Considering we've got the little bronze guys in there, but we have got a lead, and I just wanted to get a lead and then rely on my defence. So I'm not going to give up anything over the middle, and I'm only going to send 3 guys every play, potentially 2, because my guys weren't getting in with a blitz or weren't getting pressure on his quarterback anyway, even when I sent 4. So I thought, why not just send 3 and hope? I bit on the run there massively. He comes up with a very nice catch over the left, but he doesn't have any timeouts. So he's up to the 36. I'm just waiting for him to waste time and hopefully not get into field goal range. Because if he gets into field goal range, I'm sure he has one of the high elite kickers who will kick it in, and luckily for us, he doesn't make that big throw, and it is still 10-9. Very tense at this point in the game. His running back is so wide open there. Unfortunately, I bit on the route. He gets to the 49-yard line, not in field goal range, but he does have 20 seconds. So I can give up one short yardage play. I'm just making sure he doesn't get any long yardage. Fortunately, he drops the ball there. So he has 10 seconds left, 3rd and 10. Very nervy at this point. I know I just need to send people deep. I'm in prevent, just so he can't get anything deep. He gets the pass off, but fortunately, we bring him down because we have guys there, and that is game over. We get the win. We get 2 wins in this episode. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed. You know, the team's doing a lot better than I thought it would. We are actually undefeated at this point, I think. Do correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. But as I said, if you have enjoyed, do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon, hopefully, for another video.